Hi, this is Kirsten, and this is my Week 6 summary. To start, we had an assignment called The Value of Creative Disobedience. We got to read an article from the Scientific American Journal. It started off with a really cool quote. The principal goal of education is to create men who are capable of doing new things, not simply of repeating what other generations have done. Men who are creative, inventive, and discoverers. I think the essence of this quote really captures the entire article. The quote explains that education should enable us to create new concepts instead of settling for past ideas. Going back to our previous weeks and thinking about the other assignments like engage me or enrage me, the students are now feeling like school is a waste of time and it's boring. So I think it's definitely important for students to be encouraged by teachers to love to learn new things and make learning fun and exciting. For the next assignment, we had to go back from last week and respond to the engage or enrage me discussion. So I went ahead and had some really good conversations with my classmates. I thought it was pretty interesting how a lot of my classmates kind of related to the same things that I noticed with young children now that they're so involved in technology and so consumed. And also that when our generation was younger and we were in school, in elementary school, we were so much more focused in school. We didn't have these distractions and this type of technology available. Then we posted our controversial debate papers. My topic was on whether or not homeopathy is efficacious. Both sides had a lot of good information as to whether it is or is not efficacious. I found myself very interested in the actual process of how to make homeopathic medicine. I didn't really know much previous knowledge about homeopathy, so it was neat to read about how to dilute the solutions, what they dilute the solutions in, which is typically water or alcohol, and it's weird to think that the original substance is actually not even detectable, but it can be so powerful in such a tiny amount. I thought it was pretty cool how long homeopathy has been around, approximately 200 years, and also that it hasn't changed really since that time, which is quite unusual in a sense of medical treatments. Next was our neat resource. For this week, it was on lunar landings, which is very appropriate considering our programming this week was also about lunar landings. I picked a video that was an interview with Buzz Aldrin. He was the second man to walk on the moon, and he was also the actual lunar module pilot in Apollo 11. So I thought his interview was pretty neat, and I know that there is a lot of skepticism about whether or not we actually in fact landed on the moon. A lot of people are very passionate about it. They think yes we did or yes we did not, so I thought that this was a pretty neutral video to show one of the guys that experienced that entire thing firsthand. Next we had our final kinematics homework. Here is what it looks like. Then for chapter 18, we created a lunar lander game with the VPython program. This is just what it looks like. for an example. Then chapter 19 was a video analysis of projectile motion, and this was the basketball video. And then the next lab was the Angry Birds lab. And here is the Angry Birds video in Tracker. So overall, I spent approximately 24 hours on this week's homework. I think for this week, what I can apply most to my life is actually the controversial debate topic that I chose for homeopathy, because as a physical therapist, I'm going to be dealing with patients that might want to choose homeopathy instead of normal painkillers. So learning about that will help me in my future career.